What's up, YouTubers? Welcome back. Yes, I actually found it. Today we're going to be taking a look at the newly released Halo GUNGOOSE ATV. And as you can tell on the front of the box, it actually comes with a figure, the Spartan Celox, which is in the window right there. And down in the bottom right corner it says 3 pieces included. Fantastic artwork on the front of the box of what the ATV looks like. Of course, on the back of the box, all the figures released in this particular wave. If you are collecting all these figures, I did happen to notice quite a few of these at my local Target, so check your local Target stores, guys. You might actually find them all. Coming back around to the front of the box, we'll take another quick look at the artwork. We're going to open this up and check it out. Alright, I've taken everything out of the box and laid it on the table. And according to the box, there was 3 pieces inside. So that includes the ATV, the figure, and the gun. Another thing to note, this came out of the box just like this, so there was absolutely no assembly required. We'll go ahead and take a look at Celox first. Bring him in close so you can get a look. Really love the blue color that they used on this figure, with the yellow visor on top, and the gray armor bits all over the place. Fantastic detail on the shoulder pauldrons and the chest. Again, there's a really good look at the visor. They've done some really fantastic sculpting right here on the chest piece. The cod piece. Coming down to the thighs. Nice tight paintwork with the light gray highlights. All the way down to the legs, you can see more of this fantastic detail. There's a good look at the shoulder pauldron. Now he does have a knife right here on the side, and this is one solid piece and is not removable. Fantastic detail on the back side right here. And there's the porthole right there in the center of the back. And that's so you can actually hang his gun on his back. Absolutely amazing detail down the back of his calves. Same on this side. They even sculpted in some type of strap right here on his right thigh. It just amazes me of all the fantastic detail and sharp paintwork they put in this figure. And for the $20 price point, you can't go wrong. Let me see if I can't get him to stand up on his own again. There we go. We'll look at his gun next. Now this is done in a gunmetal gray with some black highlights. Really nice looking detail on this. And you can see right there is the peg that ports in the back of the figure. Great detail on this side as well. And the only drawback to these guns are they are rather flexible. But there's no shortage of detail. Let's see if we can't get this to peg in his back on camera. Slide it in. And there he goes. His hands free. Alright, next we'll take a look at the GUNGOOSE itself. And I will tell you there's absolutely no shortage of detail on this either. Looking at the top, you can see that it's a 2-seater. They sculpted in the backrest. Really nice detail on the handlebars. These are stationary though. If I flip it like this, you can actually see some of the detail on the dashboard of the handlebars, if you will. Amazing looking guns on the front. There's the Spartan logo right there on the hood. If I flip it up like this, you can see the brush bar that carries around to the front and to the other side. If you look at the front, you can see the gray headlights, the brush bar right here, which has some weathering on it. Flipping it up, it has great detail under here. There we go, get a better look at that. No shortage of detail on the underbelly. Looking at this side, really great looking detail on the footrest, the side of the actual ATV with some weathering effect. The tires spin nice and freely, and these are a nice hard rubber, so they're not plastic. Fantastic tread work on those tires, nice and aggressive. If you look at the back side, you can see there's an actual handlebar right here for the passenger. And there's 2 footrests with 2 foot pegs. Now looking at these, they look like they could be articulated, but they're not. It's one solid piece. but flexible enough where it's not going to break. I have to tell you, even if you're not a Halo fan, this is a fantastic ATV to add to your 1/18 collection. Now, if you're not familiar as to what this is, in the game, they actually had a mongoose, and then they took that mongoose, they added the guns to the front, and renamed it the GUNGOOSE. Now, like I said, the tires spin, but there is some articulation back here. These two back tires rotate down in this position, and if you push down on it, they reset themselves. Now, these aren't on any type of spring, it's just a friction joint. And it rolls really nicely. And I can tell you there's enough clearance to either use it outside or even on a carpet if you want to. And here's what it looks like with Celox on the ATV. Fits on there rather well. He is short, so he's pushed forward a little bit. His hands are on the handlebars, and he's not coming off of there. And let's grab another figure for the passenger seat. Let's grab Master Chief right here. He's a really tall figure, and he fits on here no problem at all. See if I can't get at least one of his feet on the foot pegs. He's on there okay. I guess he'd be on there better if I got both foot pegs to work. But I just want to show you what it's going to look like. And with that, just like the game, you roll off to your next waypoint. Let's go over the articulation of the Celox figure. If you have any of these Halo figures, you kind of know what to expect. Start with the head, moves left and right. You tuck his chin in this far. Can only put his head up about this far due to all the armor and the helmet. Coming down to the arms, they only go up about this far because of the shoulder pauldrons. Of course, these rotate. Coming down to the elbows, almost a 90-degree bend. And of course, these rotate 360 degrees. Looking at the wrists, these rotate 360 degrees if you need to. And both these wrists go in the up and down direction. And I'll show you on this wrist as well. So it goes down and up about this far. Now, straighten his arms out. He does have a diaphragm cut underneath all this armor, and there is a little bit of motion back and forth. You can spin it a little bit. And the same thing at the waist. There's a little bit of motion back and forth here. Now, due to all this bulky armor and sculpting, there is no ab crunch or anything like that, so you can't push it forward or backwards. Just a little back and forth motion. Coming down to the legs, you can do the splits about this far, and you'll notice that the rubbery knife over here is bending, so take note of that. He can definitely Spartan kick forward this far.
This is Sparta!
No pun intended. He has fantastic double jointed knees. Nice tight bend right here. So if you want to get him into any type of jumping poses, you can. Straighten this knee back out. There is some thigh rotation right there. And as I move down the leg, I want to point out that these are actually kind of on a ratchet type joint. You can't really see it on camera, but it does click into place. Coming down to the foot, point this toe up about this far, down about this far, and this is on a rocker. Really great range of motion on this. If you look at the bottom of both feet, there's holes in case you want to put them on some type of figure stand. So once again, another fantastic articulated Halo figure to add to my collection. As in most of my videos, I like to actually see if the figure can actually hold the weapon he comes with. So let's do this on camera. Put this in this hand. And you will notice these things are flexible, like I mentioned earlier on. See if I can't get this tucked in. Grab his other hand here to get it to support the front of the rifle. There you go. That's about the best I'm going to be able to do. Even with all this bulky chest armor, he still holds on to this gun rather well. I just wish that these guns were just a little bit more rigid and not so flexible. All in all, you can still hold on to it though. Let's wrap up this video by doing some comparisons. Grab some Halo figures that I have right here on my bench. We'll start out with Master Chief. And as you can see, he's really tall, as he's supposed to be. I'll grab a human figure. We'll grab one of the Marines, and now you can really get a sense of the scale. Let me grab a Captain America from the Marvel Universe line. There we go. And I'll bring in my custom Ronin Company sniper, Nerf. And this gives you a really good idea of how these Halo figures scale across multiple 1/18 scale lines. Let's see how the GUNGOOSE compares with some other ATVs I have in my collection. Take this and slide it aside. I'll grab the Joy Toy Wildcat ATV that I just recently did a review on. Feel free to check that out. And of course, we can't forget an oldie but goodie, the Cobra Ferret from G.I. Joe. And if you ask me, it still holds strong to this day. And I really love how all these ATVs compare to one another. All the different designs, different paint elements, different styles. You turn them to the front, get a better look at the front here, and maybe even get a better height comparison if I do it this way. There we go. So if you're on the market for an ATV for your 1/18 scale figures, take your pick. They're all beautiful in their own way. Let me turn it to the side. So whether you're a classic guy, a Joy Toy guy, or even a Halo guy, there's plenty of selections out there. You just gotta hunt them down. Well, this wraps up another review, and this time we looked at the Halo GUNGOOSE with Spartan Celox. I found this at my local Target for about 20 bucks. The thing is fantastic. The paint's on point, plenty of detail, great articulation, and you really can't beat that price point. And as always, guys, I really like to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, join the community. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for future notifications of upcoming videos. And of course, help a fellow collector out and share your knowledge.